here in Obuasi, and it's a special weekend because finally the fans are back into the stadium.
Yep. And what a game to see the fans back into the stadium, because it's a big fixture. At this top of the league, Kumasi Asante Kotoko coming up against a side that has real title ambitions in Medeama. And Medeama, like you said, know that there are only 2 points adrift of Kotoko. And a win today would be huge for Kotoko as well. A win today would be putting some distance between themselves and Medeama, who themselves are title contenders. So it's a game that many are looking forward to, and it's exciting to see the fans in the stadium, that they can come and out in their numbers and back their teams.
It's a venue that has proved to be good for Asante Kotoko since they switched from the Accra Sports Stadium to play at the Obuasi and Clay Sports Stadium. They've been able to grab maximum points at this venue. The last time they were pegged back was in Accra when they drew against Accra Great Olympics. Medeama were winners over Legon City the last time they played. Unfortunately, it was a game that Medeama had terrible news, although they picked all 3 points with that horrific injury to Justice Blay.
Yeah, and all eyes will be on Medeama to see how well they perform without the very important midfielder Justice Blay. His presence undoubtedly is important to them. But today, for a team that wants to win the title, they have to go out there and fight against Kotoko without one of their most important players in the side. But they've got quality in the side to step up and get a job done as well.
The last time the two teams met here at the Obuasi and Clay Sports Stadium, it was Asante Kotoko and Medeama in the FA Cup semi-finals in October 2017, and it was a game that was originally slated for the 1st of October. It was rained off and played on the 17th, and Asante Kotoko won courtesy Sadiq Adams' 96th-minute goal to separate the two sides. They are only meeting at this venue. These fans, I'm sure, have really missed football, and Asante Kotoko have made just 2 changes to the team that drew against Olympics. Fabio Gama comes in for Mudassiru Salifu, and then Patrick Asma goes out for Augustine Okra. Francis Kumi, Emmanuel Jemfi play alongside Okra in a 3-man attack, with Habib Mohamed keeping a slot in midfield alongside Sarkodie and Gama.
Yeah, Okra is back in the lineup because he's been very impressive for them. Provided great width, played with lots of power, and then assisted a couple of times. And Gama, who is returned from suspension, would also be a very key figure to them.
So that's the Medeama lineup. There's only one change. Justice Blay is injured and out. His place is taken by the returning Rashid Notte. Prince Opoko Ajiman, who was on the score sheet in the game against the Gon Cities, is leading the attack. Ametira has returned to the squad, but it's only good for the bench as Yao Preakon has kept 99% of the team that beat Legon Cities in this afternoon's game here in Obuasi.
Yeah, especially Prince Opoko Ajiman. He's been rewarded with the starting berth, but he scored twice in that fixture against Legon Cities. And normally when strikers are in that mood, you want them to keep the momentum going. But rewarding Prince Opoko Ajiman with that opportunity means that Medeama have got some firepower on the bench in Amature, who can actually pop up and make things happen for them when they really need him to.
Our referee for the day is Abdul Latif Adare, a FIFA referee assisted on the line by Patrick Papala and then Sintim Musa. These are our men for this afternoon's game. So it's good to see Kwame Adum-Frimpong return to the team. He's on the bench alongside Godfrey Desiama, Patrick Asma, and Nabi Keita.
Yeah. Always works hard for the team, but unfortunately on his return, Mudassiru has to make way because he is injured. So Sarkodie steps into midfield. It'll be interesting to see how he plays alongside Habib Mohamed, because you saw Mudassiru when he passed in Habib. Mudassiru would play like a typical number 8 who do the box-to-box job, attack and enjoy in defensive duties as well. For Emmanuel Sarkodie, it's not quite the same kind of player. He would also love to sit back. So it's important to see who is the more advanced player between himself and Habib. I suspect Sarkodie has to take up that mantle, but how good would he be in moving the ball forward for Kotoko?
It's a red army against the mob in yellow. Asante Kotoko, Medeama Sporting Club. One of the games to raise the curtain for week 21 of the Ghana Premier League. A top liner by every stretch of the imagination. 3 points at stake, battle for supremacy, and a quest to win the Ghana Premier League is at stake here in Obuasi. Emmanuel Jemfi, who many think hasn't come too good, is still getting the confidence of his coach. Abalora has gone 15 games with 10 clean sheets. Here is Fabio Gama to kickstart the game for Kotoko. Now Jemfi with an early run into the area of Medeama, and he gets a return. He spotted the run of Okra. That's what to skip past Yaro. Augustin Okra finds Sarko there. Now Imoro. Space to send a teasing cross. Yes, he does. Heads going. That's the first goal. Emmanuel Jemfi has put Asante Kotoko ahead. The Porcupines are up by 1 goal to nil at 12 minutes here at the Barcelona Clay Stadium. And Jemfi, I see him shedding tears. It's been long coming, Emmanuel Jemfi. Asante Kotoko 1, Medeama 0.
Kumasi Asante Kotoko have deserved this. They've been the better side in this opening minutes of the fixture. Oh, what a great sight to see with the fans back in the stadium. The skipper leads by example with Jemfi. And again, all started from Moro to Okra. What a lovely, delicate task by Okra to beat his man. Was looking for support. Went for Sarkodie. This guy, this effort a bit and send the pass to Moro. But once the ball gets to Moro, nobody really rushing now to stop the cross. It wasn't the best of crosses if you like. The height is decent. You expected the centre backs of Medeama to at least deal with it. Nobody dealing with it because they are too close to each other. And look at who is arriving from the wide area. It's the captain, Emmanuel Jemfi. The man who is not the tallest player in the side. He didn't need to jump.
Could have gone
Need to actually bend his knee to get the contact. After which I thought the goalkeeper perhaps should have done better with this.
Boydu. Kwakwa switches to the middle. Here is Tete Zuta. He's got space to drive. And Zuta tries to set up Prince of Pokwajiman. What an equalizer! Brilliant goal! This is an absolute stunner from Prince of Pokwajiman. Wonderful goal.
It's a striker's goal. This is a striker's goal. His movement, his first touch, the touch for the finish. And that is what Abelora is asking. Who is marking him? Abelora, here is your answer. You can't mark him. He's slippery as an eel. You just can't keep an eye on him. Take a look at his movement. Goes past Ganyu once he steps up too closely on him. His first touch is brilliant. And the effort to get past the goalkeeper, he can't reach it. He can't get to it. First touch. He knows where he is. Looks at the goalkeeper. And really deliberately strikes the ball in the manner in which he did. Flag stays down. No question marks about the goal. Amazing finish by this man. You just can't stop him when he's in this mood. It's 3 goals in 2 games for him. Brilliant stuff.
Absolute genius. Prince of Pokwajiman. And interestingly, in the Truncated League last season, on the 15th of January 2020, he scored against Asante Kotoko, Prince of Pokwajiman.
Chance. It started from Sarkodie losing the ball. Nobody again. No pressure on the Imoro is struggling on that sade. Take a look at the movement of Pokwajiman. That's everything right, but it's a bit put off there by the outstretched leg of Ganyu. He didn't really see the ball quite late because Ganyu seemed to have been in a very good place to make a clearance with the leg. And if you see that again, he just took his eye off the ball a bit, but that's a glaring chance for a striker in the mood in which he is.
Yaprako Zuta puts one through for Notte. Now here is the captain, Tete Zuta. To Kwakwa. Now Boydu goes past Gama, sends a shot. That's the second goal! Richard Boydu has put Medeama ahead. Into stoppage time of the first half. Medeama have jumped into the lead with that goal from Richard Boydu. Kotoko 1, Medeama 2.
This is astonishing. It is just astonishing, but question marks about goalkeeping. Why was the goalkeeper? Why is the pressing? Gama is beating, but nobody following up. Goalkeeper was absolutely sleeping on the job there because it's not the most powerful of drives. But Abelora, who has been very impressive, couldn't get to it. Took a deflection. I take my words back then. It took a deflection. It takes a deflection, makes it very difficult for him to reach it. And that explains why the goalkeeper couldn't get to it. It's not deflection, but again, it is Kotoko not applying the pressure. It is Kotoko not pressing. It is Kotoko not pushing. And it is Medeama taking the advantage.
The 96 minutes up. Now Rashid Notte onto the path of Prince Opoku Ajiman. Opoku Ajiman, can he make it 3? Goes past Abalora. Opoku Ajiman, nobody to do the connection for Medeama. Now, Kwesi Donsu, can they make it 3? Dramatic end to this game. That's it. It's over. Finally, 90 minutes, 6 minutes of stoppage time, and Medeama Sporting Club have beaten Asante Kotoko fair and square here in Obuasi. It's been a vintage Medeama performance in this.
Like I said earlier on, it's about taking your chances, because we know Kotoko is a big club, but we are here to compete and write our name. Unfortunately, we didn't start well. They scored early, but we kept our composure, and then we went back to basics. We equalized, and some minutes before halftime, we went up, took the game. So we came in the second half. It's all about game management, and it went well for us.
Now, you are top of the table at the moment. It means that you have the potential of winning the league. What is the plan towards that?
We're taking it game after game. There's the hurdle. We still have another hurdle. That will be next week. We go back home, take a day off, then we start training next week, and then we program ourselves for another hurdle. So we're taking it game after game.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. And then you lost it in the first half. What do you make of that one?
We start very well. We control the game. We are playing very well. We make the goal. After suddenly, I don't know, the players didn't support the pressure, and we start making mistakes. We lose the position in the midfield, and they equalize. And we are waiting at the end of the first half. Unfortunately, one shot touching one player, he makes the second goal. Second half, we try to change the match, but you see what happens. We try, they make what they have to make, and even we have one or two chances, we didn't make it. In the last minute, they could also score, but it was in the end of the match. So we have to learn with the mistakes we make. We have to work more, but that don't mean that Medeama, they have a good team. They have experienced players, and they make it job. So when we lose, we have to accept. We have to fix what we did wrong, and when this happens, of course, the coach is always the responsible.
Well, your substitutions in the second half, you took your striker Kumi off, and you brought in some wingers there, but you still had some strikers on the bench. Keita was in there.
But this is what I thought it was the best decision, because we are training every day and we know the solution we have.
What does it mean to you guys going forward? Defeat?
Sure. Sure, we have to work, and we'll look the next match. We'll recover the points, but for that we cannot make the mistakes we make. It's not because they make big problems. We offer the chance in the first half, and these kind of things we cannot do. We should have more maturity. Our players should be more mature. We cannot go behind the players where are moving. We have position in the field, and we have to keep the position. And for me, it was surprise, because with Olympics, they did well. It was the same midfield. Of course, Udasiro was not here, but Sarkodie, he did a very good job. Unfortunately, today our midfield was not so good. But it happens, it's football. Unfortunately, it happens with us. I hope we learn with this lesson. So now we lose the advantage we have, but there are